What's up, guys? It's Dan from Spaghetti Code. I got this little project in front of me today, and it's a project that I hate. I loathe doing these. I wish that this repair didn't happen, but every once in a while, when you are doing a replacement screen on an iPad 2, 3, 4, whatever, model doesn't matter. Sometimes when you're removing the glass, if the glass came to shattered, sometimes you get this really annoying thing where the spudger or a piece of glass will catch on one of the cables in here. And in this particular example, I actually cut the power button. So, two things about this is you need to make sure you know which model you're ordering for. Because for this iPad second generation, there's two different power buttons. They have one for the Wi-Fi only model and one for the 3G model, and they have a different kind of connector. So what happened with me, I was going to do this video last week, and it did not come into fruition because guess what? This guy, I looked up the model number, and it came up as the Wi-Fi only edition. And so I ordered the Wi-Fi version home button flex cable, and it got here, and it was the wrong connector. So I had to order another one. So I finally got the right part, and I've already done some of the work. So if you've never done one of these, this is time consuming. Go really slow, because if you don't go slow, you might tear the cable halfway through the repair. I'm at that point right now where we're at a dangerous spot, so I'm gonna see if I can't set the camera up in just a second here and let you see, but let me just switch over to the other view. Okay, don't mind my nasty keyboard. All right, so this black cable here, this goes under these, there's 3 screws there that hold the volume and power, or I'm sorry, the hold button onto part of the cable. That part is not too difficult, and if you go slowly and hook it up onto the new cable as you take it up off the old one, you shouldn't have much of a problem. You should get to this point within 10 or 15 minutes, but here is comes the tricky part. On the Wi-Fi version, the connector is back here. On this version, the connector's right there, and I was having quite a significant bit of trouble getting this all the way in, but it doesn't have to go any further than that. It's made plenty of good contact, so I'm just going to leave it be because it's my own tablet, but for somebody else, nobody else would really want that, so you'd have to make sure to get it. Maybe if I give this a little bit of a press. Yeah, see, there is no grabbing onto the cable. It's not quite firm enough. Like, if you've done I do a ton of laptop work, and in many of them, there is, the zero insertion force cables, and those have a lot more play. You can push on them, they're stiffer. You can't really do that with these, unfortunately, so. This is the part I wanted to get on the camera because we have to turn this thing about 6 different directions, and normally this is where I would destroy this thing. So I'm gonna be careful of that. I'll have to take this adhesive off, and this guy will kind of curl out. Yes, yeah. I'm trying not to put my fingers in the way so you can see it, but you're gonna want to turn like this. Yeah, just like that. And then we push down. Yeah, and we got the first bend. I can't go any further until I go get the other part. I've got to put that button backing on. So, where did I set that? This is really going to be one of those days. I have to find the other part of the cable. Perhaps not. Where did I put those other buttons? You guys, it's been like 2 minutes since this was in my hand. This happens to me all the time. There we go. Sorry. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. This is the other piece right here. Let me just set it here. I'm gonna do this off camera real quick, but basically this metal bracket has to come off just the way this is. This will mount just like this with the button facing upward. But before we can do it, we have to put the button actually on. So we're gonna do that first. It never fails. As soon as I showed you guys, I dropped it and moved it. So it's possible that I'm putting this on incorrectly because I already, you can't see what I had done previously. I think it was like this. And just line up those two dots on there with this. There's a sticky pad. Lucky, if you get it wrong, it can only go one other way. There we go. Okay. So, it's on. And now, if I can do this part without a customer coming in the shop, it will be a miracle. So, hold this down. Yeah. I'm gonna peel this adhesive cover off the back of this, because the quicker I can get this thing sticking and not flopping around, the better. So this is the part where I normally tear this cable. You have to take 90 degrees straight downward here. This is such a pain in the ass right here. There we go. All right, that was a bit tricky, but I think we're gonna be all right now. If we back this off just a little bit, because some of the adhesive stuck that I wasn't quite ready for. Here we go. Now you see how as I'm putting pressure on it, it's coming back undone over here, just right there. You have to be careful of that because that's the type of thing that's gonna tear your cable. So we're gonna back this back off and try again. I'm just making some different room to work with here. Okay. Well, it looks like I go. Oh my God, I hate this. I can't get a good camera angle there, so I apologize for that. Anyways, from this point, that was the entire point of the video. From that point, you can pretty much flip this up in here and screw it in, but it does appear that I have the button facing the wrong way. Of course I do, right? So now we get to Where do I have a spudger or something? Oh, look. Okay, don't try this at home. This is me asking for it. Hoo-hoo. There we go. Okay, so I need this like this, and I need this button. There we go. All right. Sorry, off camera again for just a second, but I'll show you how. I just don't have room. Okay. God. Get these screws ready. Get my screwdriver back. We'll feed this back. That adhesive came undone, unfortunately, and my button. I think we're getting there now. All right. I'm gonna see if I can readjust a little bit. I hope you guys can see that, because if not, there's not much I can do, but I have to have this angle for a minute. Nope. All right. Well, that's for another time. I seem to not be able to actually get the button on the cable, so all right. We'll do it this way. Sorry, guys. We'll have to do the work and then show you. Okay. The adhesive is wearing off the back of this.